up, y'all? It's your girl Kia Love. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm hitting you with another what I eat in a day, and for breakfast I am making a breakfast sandwich. I'm using the Beyond Beef spicy sausage patty. I absolutely love these. And for the egg, I'm using the same recipe I used to make a chickpea omelet. You can check out that video linked below for the exact ingredients and measurements. I did accidentally overcook it today, but if you prefer an egg replacement that is much more identical to the real thing, you can also check out my detailed just egg reviews linked below, where I whipped up some scrambled eggs, an omelet, and French toast. And if you don't know, I prefer to toast my bread on the stove. I do not own a toaster, so I'm just melting some vegan butter in this pan. You can check out the vegan butter recipe linked below. Y'all, it's super easy and tastes just like butter. I just make a big batch and freeze it, take it out when I need it. But y'all, I'm a little upset right now because I forgot to do the trick that I learned to make a chickpea egg more like the texture of an egg. The trick is to cook it about 98% through on the stove, but then finish it off in the microwave. You cook it in the microwave for about a minute and then flip it and do it for another minute. You may need an additional minute or two depending on your microwave, but when you take it out, the texture is more spongy, closer mimicking an egg than it is cooking it completely on the stove. Clearly, it's too late for that, so I'm just going to move forward with hooking this sandwich up. So I just spread on some mayo. You can check out the vegan mayo recipe linked below. Y'all, it's super easy and so delicious. And then I'm adding some fresh arugula just so I can have some nice fresh greens. And of course, you know I have to add a tomato, y'all. I love tomatoes. And then we have our chickpea egg. And on the other side of the bread, I am going to spread on some blackberry jelly. Y'all, don't come for me because I'm putting on mayo and jelly. It's just how I like it, okay? And of course, I had to add on some extra jelly for a little extra sweetness. And I don't know what it is about today, y'all, but y'all see I almost forgot to put this sausage on this sandwich. Y'all, we can't forget about this delicious sausage. And I make sure that it's on the jelly side. I know I'm not the only one that's picky like that, but y'all, I'm telling y'all, it makes a difference, okay? So this is the final product, but I am going to cut it and show y'all what the inside looks like. But first, I want to whip up a quick protein shake to go with this breakfast sandwich. I'm going to add in a banana, and I'm using my favorite vegan protein powder by Sun Warrior. I'm using the snickerdoodle flavor, and I'm just going to add a little bit of cinnamon because I love the taste of adding a little bit of cinnamon to it, and just a little bit of almond milk, and then boom, we're going to call it a day, okay? All right, y'all, it's dinner time. So for dinner today, I'm going to be making stuffed bell peppers. I have an orange and red bell pepper here. I'm going to slice the tops off and then scoop out all of the seeds and the white fleshy part just so we can have a clean inside. And then I'm going to spray a little bit of olive oil, sprinkle a little bit of sea salt, and pop it in the oven.
Put it on, screw, spread out, screws.
Oh, okay, sir.
Spread out, screw to a penthouse. Spread out, screw to a penthouse, Miami Beach. Yeah. Niggas talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to the beat. They don't want it. These niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in the Jeep. It's a new weirdo every week. Need to put it up for my seeds. No kill for the IG disease. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club. They do anything for club. Do anything for club.
Whole lot of people need to hear this. It's a lot of names on my hit list. Mom still say what he wants to. She run a whole blog at this place. They using my name for clickbait.
Pop them in the oven on 450 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. So while the peppers are cooking, I have some canned jackfruit here. This is the young green jackfruit. I'm going to use it as shredded chicken. I've already prepped it, but if you aren't familiar with that process, you can check out my Philly cheesesteak or barbecue pulled pork video linked below where I walk through the process. It's super easy and key to ensure you have the best flavor and texture. So now I'm just going to season it up.
You acting like me, acting like we wasn't more than a summer fling. I said farewell, you took it well. Promise I won't cry, bust the milk. Give me a paper towel, give me another value, give me another hour or two. I'll war with you. Why you bother me when you know you don't want me? Why you bother me when you know you gotta want me?
So now you want to grab your cookie sheet and line it with parchment paper. You can use aluminum foil and spray it with nonstick spray, but I just find that it sticks way less if you use parchment paper for jackfruit. And then you're going to pop it in the oven on 400 degrees for about 20 minutes.
Why you hitting me when you know better? Know you know better. Know you grew better than you do. Just call me looking for you. I'll be looking for you. Got me looking for.
So while the peppers are still cooking and the jackfruit is going, I'm going to go ahead and chop up some of this yellow or sweet onion. And then I'm also going to chop up some portobello mushrooms. But feel free to use whatever mushrooms and whatever type of onion that you like. So I just threw the mushrooms in a heated pan with a little bit of olive oil so I can brown them up a little bit. And then I'm going to throw the onions in as well. I just wanted to get the mushrooms a little more brown, which is why I threw them in first, but feel free to put them both in at the same time. And then I also have some brown rice cooking. This is what the mushrooms look like after about 5 minutes. So now I'm going to throw in the onions so I can get them nice and brown as well. So at the last minute, I decided to throw in a little bit of fresh jalapeno. The peppers and the jackfruit are done. And by the way, the reason why I wanted to cook the peppers at a higher temperature for less time rather than a lower temperature for a longer time is because I wanted it to have some char marks, but I did not want it to be super soft. I wanted the peppers to still have some firmness, and it looks like that may have worked. So let's go ahead and check out the jackfruit. And the jackfruit is looking good. It has some crispiness to it, but also some tenderness, so we're good to go. So checking on the onions and mushrooms. Once they're a little more brown, we'll be ready to go. So I decided to whip up some pico de gallo. If you don't know what that is, it's a fresh salsa with tomato, onion, jalapeno, lime, and salt. And just a little tip for your lime, if it's a little firm or a little hard, you can firmly roll it on a countertop. It'll get the juices flowing and soften it up a little bit, and you can give it a gentle squeeze. I have a green onion that's about to go bad, so I wanted to go ahead and use it, so I'm going to throw that in there as well. Just FYI, pico de gallo usually has fresh cilantro, but I forgot to add it. I'm going to be using 2 tomatoes, but I don't want it to be watered down, so I'm going to go ahead and cut around the tomato and throw away the seeds just to make sure it's not too watery. But the second tomato is smaller, so I'm going to go ahead and keep the whole tomato. I don't really want the pico to be spicy, so I'm just going to cut around the jalapeno, but be careful when you cut around the jalapeno. Do not touch the seeds or the membrane with your fingers because it will seep through your skin and you will have weird reactions. One thing I like to add is black Hawaiian sea salt because I love the taste. I think it has a saltier taste than regular salt, and I usually don't have to add as much as I would if I were using any other salt. So just my personal preference. The last thing we need to do before we plate is season the rice. I have a pan here on low heat. I sprayed a little bit of nonstick spray just to make sure the rice wouldn't stick, but we're going to go ahead and jazz up the rice.
I need you in the morning, but I need you now. Yeah, I find who I give you what you need. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Tell me something, yes, yes. I try to need you, but I need some lessons. I need to give it all. I just don't live, but I can't. I don't know why you're the one. Turn me out of my mind.
And now we're going to toss in our jackfruit chicken and our onions, mushrooms, and jalapeno mix.
You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body.
I'm also going to add this vegan cheese. This is my favorite brand of vegan cheese. This is the creamy jalapeno flavored, and here are the ingredients in case you're wondering. It's cashew based, and this one tastes just like a jalapeno popper, no cap. I had the queso one a couple of weeks back and I fell in love, and that one's actually my favorite, but it's hard for me to find that one. So if you see it, try it, y'all. Let me know what you think.
You don't need no other body. Say not me the mess of my mind. I'm not me the nigga free of my mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say now my love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, our love no be like. Say everything together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave you go by. Yeah, you could leave, I'm stroking your body, baby. Loving your body, baby. As you're whining your body, baby. I'm so crazy. Tell me something, yes, yes. I try to need you.
Finally, the moment we have all been waiting for, it's time to plate. So go ahead and stuff that good old rice, chicken, onion, mushroom mixture right into that pepper, but don't let it topple over. So y'all, I was a little paranoid that it was going to topple over, so I started building a fort around the peppers with the leftover rice. So that's what I'm doing here, y'all. Nothing pretty, just for the functionality. And then y'all have seen me make this so many times. I made my lemon garlic butter asparagus. Y'all, it's so good. I absolutely love it. And of course, we can't forget the fresh pico. And you already know I wasn't about to let you go without giving you a taste test and a texture test. So go ahead and cut a piece. Look how firm but tender that is. It's still tender, but it's still holding up, y'all. I'm really feeling this texture. Let me give you a little close up. And y'all, this was good. And I'm a hot sauce girl, so I can help but add a little bit of Cholula. And y'all, this was on point. It was exactly what it needed. So good, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and run that back with y'all now that I got this hot sauce on. For the one time, for the one time. Go ahead and drop that Cholula on there. Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to be notified whenever I post, hit the bell icon and the subscribe button. Also, hit me up on Instagram. Anyways, it's your girl, Kia Love. Until next time, y'all, peace and love.